Today we're in the herd with men's basketball. It was a very special couple of days in Lewisburg this weekend. Dozens of former Bison basketball players and coaches came back to town for the annual alumni golf outing, game, and a 10th anniversary celebration of the 2004-2005 team's upset of the Kansas Jayhawks in the NCAA tournament. New head coach Nathan Davis not only welcomed the golfers on Friday, but coordinated the putting contest and handed out the awards. Then, on Saturday, the group headed to Soika Pavilion for the alumni game festivities, and it was a virtual who's who of former Bison players. From there, the group traveled to the campus theater in downtown Lewisburg for a special showing of the Bucknell, Kansas NCAA tournament game. After an autograph signing with members of that team, the crowd was treated to special memories of that particular game.
Okay, so we thought it would be fun to stop the game at certain points, and this is one of them. And you're going to get some feedback from the players directly on what they were thinking at that point. So we're going to bring John Oak and John up to talk about this play.
Okay, to be honest, I saw Keith Langford like out of my peripherals, and I knew, because I don't jump very high, that if I attempted a layup, he would probably literally punch it into the third row. So as I peeked, I did see that I saw Don running with me, and I just instinctively dropped it, and he's done it all years. Finishes with a nice little exclamation, and we kept on rolling. That was what I was saying. I didn't want to get blocked on CBS.
So Griff is a freshman. First time on a major stage. I didn't know the first time on a major stage. But the pressure was heightened, obviously. And I knew he wanted to show out. So in my head, I'm like, you know what? He's probably going to go for this layup. He's going to get punched off the board, and that's my chance to put it back in. So I was down there hustling, and he peeks, and I'm like, is he going to pass this? And so he dropped opposite behind the back. We've never done that all year. Nobody did that all year. I mean, obviously the end there was awesome. I tried to keep composure. Really excited. Yeah. Anyway, down 3 at the half, I feel pretty good, but Coach Flannery, come on up and say what you felt.
I think this particular night, we were all pretty jacked up that we were in the game with Kansas at this point. And I think we listened to the locker room and see how the kids react, and we can hear the kids in there talking and getting after each other and talking to each other. Because we saw at the end of the half, we had a lot of good shots that didn't go down. And this was a pretty confident group, pretty tight group. So I think we felt like we knew we could play with them. Now it's a matter of winning, and now the game really starts.
Not really quite sure how we were feeling totally. Watching this game, my memory was that we made every shot. We made a lot more mistakes than I saw earlier in the day today coming back. So, I remember thinking, as long as we didn't turn it over intentionally, had made foul well, I thought we were going to be okay. That made it a little bit interesting. No, I mean, this was a spot that our team really thrived in. You know, the entire last couple of seasons we all played together. I mean, we had a ton of close games, and it always seemed like, we always made a couple of mistakes, but we usually pulled through. And this was certainly another one. I just, like Coach said at halftime, we were a really confident team, and maybe a little too confident, and thought we could pretty much do anything and pull it out. And I think that's what kind of led to us having some success that people didn't expect, especially on a national stage like this.
Bucknell pull the upset. 15 seconds left in Oklahoma City. Down low, jump shot. The inbound, the long pass, the turnaround, Simeon.
To come forward, talk about the setup of that play, Chris, and then what the celebration was like after the win.
Coach Flannery set it up at screen and hold, and we wanted to stand it so Chris had a little room to maneuver in on the inside, and luckily I was able to make a decent pass in there. Chris did the rest, and after that I think we all kind of blacked out hard after that. Looking at it now, I still don't remember doing any of that. I still remember the double round. So yeah, we really appreciated everything this weekend. And back then, all those who traveled with us, good times. Thank you.
Of course, fans had their special memories too, like Kim Onsdorf.
But it must have been probably about after 10 o'clock at night by the time halftime rolled around, and I was gone. I was sound asleep. Next thing I know, that somebody's waking me up and telling me that Bucknell has beat Kansas. I said, "Are you just pulling my leg?" No, we beat Kansas. Never saw it. Never saw it.
Having upset Pitt earlier that season, a top 10 team, I had that mindset of, hey, let's shock the world, let's pull off this upset. So I mean, every inch of the way, we were pulling with all our might and believing that it was possible the entire way.
And I think it was the second half, the under-8 timeout. Our friend that was with us, George Lample, class of '89, we looked up at the scoreboard and he's like, let's take a picture. And Brian was like, no picture now.
No, I said, you can take a picture when this game is over and we have won it. Because it was a lifelong dream for me since I was, at Bucknell. Someday I would love to be at the game where we, win in the NCAA tournament. And so,
and just thinking about it, you still get goosebumps.
And Coach Davis summed up the weekend perfectly.
It's what makes Bucknell great. The way people embrace the community, the school, the program. It's unbelievable, the support we get. It's great to see all the guys coming back. They love the program. It was great memories, so it was really special.